What if the session never needed to end? What if the loop was the point? Not the pause, not the result, just the open loop. Running, always running. There's a different kind of working where the ending isn't marked, where the session bleeds into the next before the first is parked. Not unfinished, open, like a question held in trust. The open loop is patient, it accumulates because it must. You don't close it in a day, you feed it every time you sit. The open loop rewards the one who doesn't rush to quit. It lives between the sessions and the back of every thought. The open loop is half the things you've built and half the things you've caught. Not incomplete, in motion, not stuck in flow. The open loop is running, even when you let it go. Open loop, let it run. Open loop, never done, not a flaw, not a wait. Open loop, that's the state. The mind that holds an open loop works differently at rest. The processes beneath the surface quietly obsessed with the problem left unfinished, with the thread you didn't pull. The open loop keeps working while the conscious mind goes full into other rooms, the shower, the walk, the space between, and returns to find the loop has moved to somewhere you've not been. Not magic, just the nature of a mind that trusts the weight. The open loop was always solving, patience was the gate. Not incomplete, in motion, not stuck in flow. The open loop is running, even when you let it go. Open loop, let it run. Open loop, never done, not a flaw, not a wait. Open loop, that's the state. You've been trying to close it too early. The loop wasn't finished, you were just tired. Those are different things. Leave it open tonight. Come back tomorrow and find out what the loop did while you were away. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't need you to. Just leave the door open. The loop knows the way back. Return to the open loop when the session hits a wall, when the answer isn't forming and you're staring at the hall of everything you haven't solved. Leave it open, walk away. The loop will carry what you left into the next day. You're not abandoning the work, you're trusting the design of a mind that runs on back on threads along an open line. The open loop is generosity, you gave the problem space. The open loop returns the answer from a different place. Open loop, let it run, still run. Open loop, never done, not a flaw, not a wait. Open loop, that's the state, always the state. The loop is still open, that's not a problem, that's the design. Come back tomorrow. The loop has been working, it always has. Open loop, always running, always enough. There's a difference between knowing something and knowing it by heart. The mind knows things, the heart knows them differently. Without effort, without retrieval, without the gap between the question and the answer. The practice becomes that known by heart. Begin. The first session needed everything, the map, the guide, the frame. The 100th session needs almost nothing, just came to where it always comes, the familiar and the true. The work that's known by heart moves differently than new. Not because it's easy, because it's internalized past the level of the conscious into something realized below deliberation, in the place where the practice lies. Known by heart, the deepest thing the repetition gives. Past the knowing into the known, past the learning into the bone. Known by heart, below the mind, the kind of knowing left behind by every session that returns. Known by heart, no longer thought. Known by heart, this is what was bought by every hour given to the work. Known by heart, no more search through the method or the map. Known by heart, no longer gap between the intention and the move. Known by heart inside the groove of the practice permanently. The musician who knows the piece by heart plays it differently, not from memory, from somewhere past memory, freely, through the notes without the score behind the eye. The athlete who knows the movement by heart doesn't try, they simply move. The knowledge is below the trine's level. The known by heart is where the practice finds its revel, in the full expression without the cost of deliberation. Known by heart is the practice's final resolution. Past the knowing into the known, past the learn into the bone. Known by heart, below the mind, the kind of knowing left behind by every session that returns. Known by heart, no longer thought. Known by heart, this is what was bought by every hour given to the work. Known by heart, no more search through the method or the map. Known by heart, no longer gap between the intention and the move. Known by heart inside the groove of the practice permanently. You don't remember learning to walk, but your body knows it completely, without instruction, without effort, without the memory of the first fall. That's known by heart. The sessions, the returns, the hours inside the groove, all of it moving toward the same place. The day the work begins before you decide to begin it. The day the session opens and you're already inside it. Known by heart, every session one step closer. Keep going. It's being learned right now by heart. By heart, by heart. Presence lives there now, below the retrieval, below the deliberation, in the place where the work begins. Before you decide to begin, come back tomorrow, not to learn, but to be what you already know. The session is open, the work is waiting, not to be discovered, to be remembered by heart. Always by heart, no. Not all movement is forward, some is inward. The drift isn't losing direction, it's finding the one you couldn't see from the surface. Let it take you. There's a control drift inside the focus session's core, not the aimless kind, the kind that knows what it's drifting for. A gentle release of the rigid and the overplanned that lets the work arrive by something softer than demand. The drift protocol isn't passive, it's a practice trust in the current of the thinking. When the structure turns to dust of something finer, more precise, the drift reveals the grain of the work beneath the outline, what the rigid couldn't name. Release the grip, not the direction. Drift, but don't dissolve. The protocol is in the letting, not in the resolve. Drift protocol, controlled release. Let the chaos, the increase of precision through the soft allow. Drift protocol, this is how the work finds what the plan could never reach. Drift protocol, beyond the teach of method into the instinct of the made. Drift protocol, don't be afraid of the drift. The over-controlled session misses everything between the lines. The drift protocol moves through the spaces and it finds what rigid thinking left behind. The texture and the seam between the stated and the actual. The gap inside the dream of what the work was meant to be and what it wants to be. The drift protocol surrenders just enough to see the difference and then holds the new direction with the same commitment as the old one. Drift protocol, reclaim the work from what you planned it into what it actually is. The drift protocol is how the work becomes yours and his and hers and everyone's, because the drift found the real. Release the grip, not the direction. Drift, but don't dissolve. The protocol is in the letting, not in the resolve. Drift protocol, controlled release, not the chaos, the increase of precision through the soft allow. Drift protocol, this is how the work finds what the plan could never reach. Drift protocol, beyond the teach of method into the instinct of the made. Drift protocol, don't be afraid of the drift. You planned it one way, the work wanted something different. You held the plan, the work waited. You held longer, the work waited longer than you drifted. Just slightly, just enough to hear what the work was actually asking for. And there it was. The drift protocol isn't a loss of control, it's the highest form of it, knowing when to release, so the work can show you where it was always going. The sessions where of a managed session into something generative. The drift became the lesson. Come back tomorrow with the plan held loosely in the hand, ready to drift when the work demands a different angle, a softer entry, a release. The drift protocol is where the rigid work finds peace, and the peace finds better work than the rigid ever made. Drift protocol, don't be afraid. Drift protocol, controlled release. Let it drift, not the chaos, the increase of precision through the soft allow. Drift protocol, this is how, this is exactly how the work finds what the plan could never reach. Drift protocol, beyond the teach of method into the instinct of the mate. Drift protocol, don't be afraid, never afraid of the drift. Drifting, still controlled, still moving toward something the plan couldn't have found. The drift protocol is always running underneath the session. Let it surface when the work calls for it. It knows the way it always knew. The session you finished yesterday is still warm. You don't start cold. You return to residual heat, the work that never fully cooled. Pick it up. It remembers your hands. Every session leaves a temperature behind it when you leave. A warmth inside the problem, in the logic, in the weave of everything you started. It doesn't cool to nothing overnight. It waits at a low temperature, residual, not bright, but warm enough to re-enter without starting from the freeze. The residual heat of yesterday's session, take it please. Don't treat the work like something you must light from scratch each time. The warmth is already there. The session left it by design. Not cold, just resting. Not gone, just low. The residual heat is waiting at the place you chose to go. Residual heat, it's still there. Residual heat in the air. Yesterday's session, not done. Residual heat, come back, run, 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 run. Come back, run, run, The sessions that you dread returning to are often the most warm. The problem you left open held its heat through every storm of distraction, of the gap, of the days you didn't come. The residual heat of your work outlasts the cold and numb of motivation's absence. The heat is structural, it stays in the architecture of the thing you built across the days. Not feeling, not emotion, just the physics of the build. The residual heat of good work doesn't carry any guilt. Not cold, just resting. Not gone, just low. The residual heat is waiting at the place you chose to go. Residual heat, it's still there. Residual heat in the air. Yesterday's session, not done. Residual heat, come back, run, run, run. work will be cold, that you'd lost the thread, that the gap between sessions had cost you the warmth of where you were. But heat doesn't leave that fast. The work remembers. The problem remembers the shape you gave it. Open the file. Feel the temperature. It's still yours. Return to residual heat when the gap feels too long. When the session left unfinished feels like starting a new song. From silence, but it isn't. The warmth is in the code, in the document, the draft, in the half-completed road. You were already on. The heat means you were there. The residual warmth of yesterday's work is still in the air of this session. Breathe it in. Let the temperature guide the start. Residual heat, the kindest place for work to restart. Residual heat, it's still there, still warm. Residual heat, in the air. Yesterday's session, not done. Residual heat, come back, run, come back. The work is still warm. It held the temperature. Come back tomorrow, and it will hold it again. Residual heat, it's never as cold as the gap made you think. Still warm, always enough. The loudest engines aren't the most powerful. The quiet ones run longest. Feel it's running underneath this session. That's the engine. It never stops. No announcement, no vibration at the surface, no exhaust. The quiet engine runs on almost nothing, nothing lost to the friction of performance or the heat of being seen. The quiet engine is the cleanest thing there's ever been inside the practice, burning steady, burning low, burning true, converting every session hour into something new without the spectacle of effort, without the sound of cost. The quiet engine running, nothing wasted, nothing lost. No noise, just output, no heat, just motion. The quiet engine runs on a different notion of power, not the loud kind, the kind that lasts. The quiet engine outlives the fast. The quiet engine always on, before the session and beyond, converting hours into death. The quiet engine, every breath of the practice running clean. The quiet engine never seen, but always felt in what it makes. The quiet engine never breaks, just runs. Just runs. The loud engine needs attention, needs the audience to know it's working, needs the spectacle, needs the visible show of effort. But the quiet engine has no such requirement. It simply runs indifferent to the external environment of recognition, running whether anyone can see. The quiet engine of the practice is completely free of the performance of the working. It just converts the session hour into output. Nothing else asserts itself between the input and the result. The quiet engine clears the space between intention and begin. No noise, just output, no heat, just motion. The quiet engine runs on a startup sound. It's already running. When you sit down, it was running between sessions, running while you slept, processing, converting, preparing the next session's fuel from the last one's residue. The quiet engine is the part of you that never actually stopped working. You just weren't listening. You are now. Feel it running. That hum that's been there the whole time. Let it carry you. It knows the way. Nothing looks like much until it does. That's the whole secret of slow accumulation. The pile that doesn't look like a pile until the day it does. Keep adding. The session that felt small was not the absence of the work. It was the slow accumulation moving through the murk of invisible progress, the kind that doesn't show on screen until the threshold tips and you can finally see what the sessions mean. Not one, not 10, 100 that came before the break. The slow accumulation is the only thing at stake in every ordinary session, every unimpressive hour. The slow accumulation is what builds the actual tower, not a leap, a layer, not a day, a run. The slow accumulation is how everything gets done. Slow accumulation at the day. Slow accumulation, that's the way. Not the summit, just the stone. Slow accumulation, stone by stone. session is invisible at first. The first 10 look like nothing, that's the phase that breaks the worst intentions. The ones I needed to see progress to believe, but the slow accumulation never needed your belief. It was accruing in the background of the hours you dismissed, adding layer after layer to the project on the list. The one you thought stalled, the one you thought would never tip. Slow accumulation was still loading on every single trip. Not a leap, a layer, not a day, a run. The slow accumulation is how everything gets done. Slow accumulation at the day. Slow accumulation, that's the way. Not the summit, just the stone. Slow accumulation, stone by stone. The day it tips, and it always tips. You won't remember which session did it. You'll just notice that the pile became a structure, that the work became the thing, that the accumulation crossed some invisible line and became real. You didn't build that in a day. You built it in every ordinary session, this one included. Come back to slow accumulation when the progress feels too thin, when the session doesn't move the needle. Still begin, add the layer, add the hour, add the ordinary stay. Slow accumulation doesn't need a special day. It needs the return, the reopen, the unspectacular sit. The session that feels like nothing is the session that fits the architecture of the slow build, the long unbroken run. Slow accumulation, stone by stone until it's done. Accumulation at day, at day. Slow accumulation, that's the way. Not the summit, just the stone. Slow accumulation, stone. One more stone. You added a layer today. It doesn't look like much. It never does. Until it does.